So, if you want to get serious about tracking your users, you're going to need to understand cross-device user tracking. So what this means is that people who browse the internet, who interact with your product or service, no longer do so on just one device. They tend to skip from one device to another. So in a typical user journey, they might be using 1, 2, or even 3 devices. Let's use our example of Acme shoes as an example. So I might start my journey on a phone. Let's imagine I'm there of an evening. I'm sitting in front of the computer sitting in front of the phone, and I put in a mobile search term, up comes the advert, I click on your advert and I get to the site. And I like the look of the brand, but it's a small screen and I can't really compare the products there. So in the morning, when I'm fresh, I come back to my home laptop and I want to see the products in more detail. Now, unfortunately, by default, your web analytics, Google Analytics, is not going to track that as the same person. It thinks you on the phone is a different person to you on the home computer. And even worse, because you've got to rush off to work now, so when you want to finish your shopping in your lunch break, you're now on a third computer, which is your work PC. So these look, at first sight, to 3 different people. And what it looks like is that this person just came straight on the website and they bought immediately. But that's not actually the case. They'd actually taken a pathway which had been about browsing and discovering on different devices before they finally transacted on this work PC. So, good news, it is possible with Google Analytics and other tools to actually track users. And what that means is that we send a little bit of information when someone logs in on this device or this device or this device and says, hey, this is the same person. This person we saw down here, person A, we saw over here on a phone. And it stitches those sessions together so that we can see the whole journey. And that is becoming increasingly important because otherwise a lot of companies see that they spend a lot of money on mobile advertising, but that doesn't seem to directly convert into sales. Because the reality is people love using their smartphones for browsing products, but they're quite fiddly to actually buy stuff on. So they tend to use their other computers to buy. So if you want to get a good idea, cross-user tracking, cross-device tracking, we need to actually stitch the sessions on different devices so that we can link the campaign advertising on mobile or their home computer with the device that they actually transact and spend the revenue on.